Or sing it.
Anytime you're ready.
Are we ready?
When you're ready.
All right, here we go.
Good
morning, Gloucester! Woo! We did it! We did it! Live from the Crow's Nest. Thank you, Jim Dalpiaz.
Good job.
He's been threatening to play the Good Morning Gloucester theme song written by Earl and Arch, Gloucester till the end, on his flugelhorn for probably 2 years now.
Well, we've been missing it because of all the
2 years.
You know, you haven't had it on the start for a while because of all the technical stuff.
I think you were just saving it for a special occasion. This is our 300th episode.
Hey, Good Morning Gloucester, baby.
300. We made it. And come on in if you don't worry. We're not trying to impede the drinking here. So anybody just make sure people. Suzanne, if anybody comes in and they think that they have to stop, do not impede them to get to the bar to get a drink.
There we go.
We want to make sure this is a for-profit enterprise here.
Send him in the back door. On camera before he walks away. He's the tourist, right?
So I'd like to thank Jennifer Lee Levitz from K-Pan TV. She's behind the camera. On a nice Saturday.
Check 1, 2, check.
Also known as.
We have a bunch. We're going to go around. Everybody's going to introduce themselves. Starting with Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim Smith. Good morning, Gloucester.
Nichole Schraff. Good morning, Gloucester.
Good morning, Mike Cordier, Gloucester.
Good morning, Chris McCarthy, Joe's former high school lover.
Hey, wait! Don't forget Lammy Pie.
Hello! Hello, everybody!
Lammy Pie making a guest appearance. I'm Joey Shimataro, your host. And this is a first-time podcast virgin. Marianne Shatford is here. Do you go by Shatford or do you go by?
I go by Shatford.
Shatford.
Once a Shatford, always a Shatford.
There we go.
Yeah,
well said.
I just want to say I'm happy it's a little past noon because it's a glass of wine.
There we go.
So, I'm glad we started late.
Pat Dalpiaz. Good morning, Gloucester.
Jim Dalpiaz. Good morning, Gloucester.
There you go. So last night we got after it a little bit, Chris and I and lovely Kate and the LaFadas and the DiGiorgios, and we went on this crazy hayride where we thought we were going to meet our ultimate demise because it was in like the fields of the corn, the kind of a scene, right, Chris?
Yeah, scary. One of the scariest things I've ever done.
And so we got really drunk last night. So my plan was to put our show notes together last night, but we didn't.
It wasn't good planning.
So we put our show notes together in basically 20 minutes on the way here. And from the back shore here to here, there was a pack of about 30 bicyclists, right, Chris?
Ridiculous. It's something I've never seen before.
They're like 10 pounds packed in a 5-pound bag.
They all had the funny suits on, but they were in
the entire road.
They were in the middle of the road, and Chris got us here safely.
Thank God.
But we basically
No bicyclists were harmed in the making of this.
No.
We have to put that out there, right?
Good point.
Well, not everyone just drinks. Some people get exercise.
That's true. But we're here drinking on a Saturday morning at the Crow's Nest.
Saturday afternoon now, let's be specific.
Sorry, it's afternoon.
It's after 12, so it's officially afternoon. But the funny part about it was, living in Gloucester, Massachusetts, we were able to put in a full thing of show notes in 20 minutes, and because we live in this town, any other town, you probably wouldn't be able to pack in a full podcast full of show notes.
Good
is
job.
my guess.
Yeah. You're right.
But Marianne, the Shatford family and your family has owned the Crow's Nest for a while.
Actually, that's kind of like it's not really true.
It's not? Okay, it's not true.
My husband has owned it for a long time. First his father, and when he passed, my husband took over. My mother just worked here, but everyone thought the Shatford family. Do you want me to?
Wow.
All right.
So the Sousa family owned it?
Yes, the Sousa family.
And still owns it?
And still owns it.
Wow. But people would associate the Shatfords, because of the movie, intensely with the Crow's Nest.
Right. And because of my mother. She was such a big presence here when she worked here. And that's when I started dating Greg. It was good job insurance for my mother.
Oh, they couldn't fire your mother, no matter what you did behind the bar, because they had to take care of the pretty the fiance.
And that was 32 years ago. So.
And you guys are still together.
I know.
The bar industry is a tough business to be married in.
Exactly. And since I've retired from school teaching, I've been working here. I give it maybe a year. Our marriage, working together, a little tough.
Wow. So Kate and I, my beautiful wife, who told me when I asked her for show notes, I said, "What should we talk about for the podcast?" She said, "Make it all about me."
As it should be.
As it should be. But we got engaged here on this past Christmas Eve. And when I tell that to people, they're kind of like, "You got engaged at the Crow's Nest?" And I said, "Yeah." And we had a blast, right?
We give it at least a 5-year guarantee when you get engaged. 5-year guarantee. Really?
That's good because
if you want to take out the warranty, we could give it 10.
Well, that's good. But so, can you explain to people, because we love it here. Kate and I, we come here. Were we here for on Easter as well?
Yes.
We were here on Easter.
We come Thanksgiving, we have free food, and Christmas we have dinners. We have really good food here.
So, can you explain for the viewers what? So I think people have a certain perception of the Crow's Nest. What is your perception of what this place stands for?
Okay. And they do have that until they come in and get to know people. But to me, this is family. I mean, we have the school teacher Christmas parties here. We have we've had weddings here. We've had people get engaged here. I mean, this is family. This is my family, and it's been for 35 years since I've been coming in here. Before I met Greg, because my mom worked here, and my mom started the tradition of family here, cooking meals for people. Anyone needed anything, she was always there for them, as the people here.
I tell you, so Kate and I, Kate's father, we love it here. I feel more comfortable here than any other bar in the whole city.
Because there are many more real bars in Gloucester. You have the Crow's Nest, you have Pratty's.
Well, I would also put the rum line in there.
Oh, the rum line too, of course.
I'll put the rum line in there too. But what's that, Kate?
Made an appearance.
She was just on camera.
They panned to
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, I mean, it is. So people, I think that people think that it's a rough and tumble place. It is anything but a rough and tumble place.
Exactly, it's not. And sometimes I get a little defensive when people say, "Oh, I would never go in the Crow's Nest." I just say, you don't know what you're missing. I mean, the people, the people are great here. I mean, everyone at this bar, all the regulars, we have so much fun here. And one of my best friends, Pixie Harrington, she has been harassing my husband for years. When I retire, I want to work at the Crow's Nest. I want to work at the Crow's Nest. And that came because during snowstorms, blizzards, we walk down here, we sit around the bar, we talk with people, we bring food, and it's so much fun. She's like, I want a job here, I want a job here. So finally, she got a job here. She retired a year before me, and she got the job.
Oh, wow.
Now I can't really get in. I'm trying really hard to get in. But
so wait a second. Greg won't give you an official shift?
Yeah, he said he won't fire anyone for me. So you have to respect that.
God bless him.
I'm the number one sub here, so.
There we go.
I'm working tonight, everyone. And
Oh, nice.
And Joe, I just got to jump in. I've had many Bloody Marys in my life. And folks, if you want a good Bloody Mary, the Nest is the place to go.
Cheers to Crow's Nest.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
Notice mine's gone.
Cheers.
But only come when Greg's working because they're a pain in the.
I was going to
what to
put
make.
that footnote, but I didn't want to upset anybody.
No.
But you got to get it from Greg.
What was the other shot that we did? The pancake shot.
Pancake shot here.
The pancake shot.
Sounds like a Bob thing.
The nest is
Oh my God.
That was awesome.
T-shirts for everyone.
I don't know who made that. I would not know how to make that. If I don't know how to make something, I just say, well, we don't have that.
There you go.
You order something fancy, we don't have that.
I'm worried that Joey didn't press record.
No, good. I'm using Kate's
You
thing.
seem awful nervous today, Joe.
I'm not nervous at all. I'm not nervous at all.
I was just checking.
So Chris, we went on this horrific.
Yes, dear.
Horrific. I never should have had him sit next to me. So we're not going to mention the name of the place that we went last night.
No, some farm.
We went to one of these farms where they do hay rides.
Yes.
I want you to take over now and explain the situation.
Oh, man. So we have a friend who was sitting around a table, and she decided, why don't I bring my friends to a farm for a hayride? So we all agreed. I don't know why. But we took this bus to this unknown farm, took a hayride out into the middle of nowhere. And
it was a scene like we thought we were going to die.
Children of the Corn.
We thought we were going to get hacked up into a million.
And what do you know? We pull up to this beautiful fire pit, stone fire pit. Like, oh my God, this
Logs,
is going to be heaven. Logs, everything. Well, what do you know? Tim, Tom, Theodore, whatever our hay driver, tractor driver was, whatever his name was.
He had one job.
He had one job. Get us there, start the fire, and get us back. So really 3 jobs.
3 jobs.
And the wood was wet. So we had no fire. We had a smoke out. The amount of smoke, I've never seen as much smoke. We're choking. We all have black lung. I think we all have black lung now.
But the whole idea was to go to this field and do s'mores and a fire pit. And this guy, you could see the sweat beads coming down because he couldn't get the fire pit going.
It was his first hayride. It was his first hayride.
Man, I hope you got the guy a break.
He was 23 years old, but you know what? He was a great kid.
We had a blast.
Why is he not here right
He
now?
laughed.
Yeah,
I know. He should be here right now, but a shout out to him for putting up with Joe the entire night.
Yeah.
Joe was very vocal about the fire not working, and Joe, being the Cub Scout,
I was
the
biting
Boy
my
Scout,
tongue.
the American Scout that you were in high school. I remember that. You used to wear that green uniform.
With the
Joe
badges.
tried to help him. Joe started helping him light the fire, and he was unsuccessful because of the wet wood. It all came down to the wet wood.
So the thing is, you would think if you went to a place that the whole idea is to have s'mores and thing there, that they would know that you have to have dry wood. That's like campfire 101.
101.
And to go there and like to not be able to get a fire pit going was literally comical.
And the whole idea was to get out there and be able to make s'mores.
Right.
And what do you need when you make s'mores?
Fire.
No. We had no fire. We had
fire.
smoked s'mores.
So this is GloucesterCast 300.
300.
Thanks for the reminder.
So
That's why we're here?
That's why we're here. And I just want to give a little bit of history.
Are we done with the hayride?
We're done with the highlights.
Are you sure?
What, do you want to talk about Lammy Pie?
No, but we've got home. We have to tell people we got home.
We did survive. Well, hence us being here. I think that gave it away. That's all right. So it's our 300th podcast. So a little bit of background. Good Morning Gloucester started December of 2007. The first podcast was January 23rd of 2011, and it was with I did it with a guy named Kenny McCarthy, who was a real estate agent. And so that was January 23rd. In mid 2013, was when we started to tape them regularly, and Kim and Toby it was basically Kim, Toby, and I, and we would have random guests. From that point on, Kim has basically been the other, besides myself, has been a constant. Toby has moved on, and our first 100th podcast was taped on October 25th, 2014, And from that point on, we pretty much did them regularly on a weekly basis. The 200th was taped September of 2016. So you can see 2 years later, here we are with another 100.
Yeah.
A little faster, too.
You need a vacation, Joey.
What's that?
You need a vacation.
But so the whole idea behind the podcast is so we kind of masquerade as we're really trying to get information out to people. But the fact of the matter is, we just like the exercise of getting together and having coffee and people bringing us food and shooting the shit. Right?
Yeah.
Can we say shit on K-Pan TV? We'll let it go.
I know, that's my favorite part, too. But
So one of our recent regulars, Susan Lipset, she lives in Atlanta in the winters, but she's been bringing us treats regularly.
we miss you, Susan.
Yeah.
We miss Susan Lipset, so a little shout out to her.
Not just because of your pastries.
Well, that's a big part of it, though.
It is a big.
It's a big part.
We have popcorn.
Yeah.
We have free popcorn.
There's popcorn here.
Here's pizza.
But I really would like to give a shout out to all the people throughout the years that bring us food when we tape.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that mean the most to me, not my friendships at all. It's the people that bring me food.
Hint, hint.
What's that?
Hint, hint for future podcasts.
And what?
Hint, hint for
Hint for future podcasts is right. Yeah. So and a little known fact, the people that bring like food to us tend to get more and more free advertising and shout outs on the podcast in the future. It always amazes me that when we invite people that have a food product like a bakery and we have them come on and they don't like bring like a handful of pastries. Like, what is it going to cost them to bring a handful of pastries? And they don't bring it. And then, like, from that point on, pretty much they're dead to me.
Yeah.
I never mention them ever again. But
You
like
don't
they
want to
don't.
be in that. You don't want to be in that demographic of dead to you.
No.
Yeah, like Joey approved.
free drinks for all of us.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was just thinking, calculating how much is it going to cost for me to give
No.
Now, come on, guys.
No, but
we all know it's either Joey
We have more olives, so
approved or
I can
you're
see you
dead.
stealing your friends.
Yeah, there's no in between. There's no in between. But it really doesn't have to be a lot, though. It's more the gesture than anything else. Like literally, like if say we were doing something to do with like a food product, like maybe like a cow share. If they brought like no, but like say like they brought like a couple of ribs from a cow share or something like that.
There you go.
We'd probably promote the cow share like on a weekly basis after that for a long time,
that's a
right?
good point, Joe.
But if they didn't bring any cow ribs, probably not gonna talk about them too much.
That is shameless self-promotion.
Right? Is that right?
You're being shameless.
Going to serve you right when the whole cow shows up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good point, Joe.
You deserve blaming behind your head.
I want to talk about my cousin Larry called me up last week. My cousin Larry's father, Cosmo Marcantonio, lost him and his crew was lost at sea, and much like your brother Bobby.
I remember.
And I was looking in the back corner. Sam Nigro painted an oar of the Andrea Gale.
Yes.
Sam Nigro paints these incredible oars with I don't know if you can catch that or not. Don't worry about it if you can't. But my cousin Larry wanted an oar painted with a picture of his father's boat, the Captain Cosmo, that was lost at sea. He contacted Sam a week ago and already has an oar with a beautiful scene of the Captain Cosmo in the ocean. And
That means a lot.
they're beautiful depictions.
Yeah, they are. They're very nice.
It's really nice. And a friend of mine liked it so much we got her one for her retirement present with Good Harbor Beach. But something like this, he just gives them something to do with something.
Yeah, he did one of the wharf, Captain Joe and Sons.
Yeah.
We have it prominently displayed at our dock.
Yeah.
He has one in the State House he gave to Safathia or the
City Hall.
In the City Hall, he has one at the State House. So he's really a treasure, and he does a lot for the community.
Joey. There's one that people can bid on right now on the Anthony Jim Bonco fundraiser.
Matzah. Just say Matzah. People know Matzah.
Matzah's fundraiser. It's up in Greasy Pole.
So I don't know if you can get Kim's audio, but right now there is a online auction to benefit Safathia's brother and Greasy Pole legend Matzah Giambanco. And there's a bunch of auction items. One of the auction items just happens to be one of Sam Nigro's painted oars with a depiction of the Greasy Pole. I don't know. I just want to make. Hey, Bobby Ryan's leaving. Bobby Ryan of Ryan Wood. Bobby, come up here for 1 second. Before you leave, Bobby Ryan. I just want a big shout out in the beginning of Good Morning Gloucester. Has always been a big supporter of ours. During the schooner, when we go on our schooner sales, Good Morning Gloucester, rum and sales and cigar sales, Bobby's generously come out every time, whenever we've asked him to. So Ryan and Wood Liquor, the distillery. Bobby, you have anything to say?
No, I'm just enjoying Gloucester. I have to go to work, but there's so much to do. When you were growing up, how much was there to do here? I mean, get out of bed and look for.
Well, he never got invited anywhere, but
I was a Solace Corner kid. That's why I never got asked anywhere. But did you know these were my cousins?
Yes, we're cousins.
Ryan, I never put that together.
Yes, and my sister Paula. Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations.
Thanks for everything.
And I'm looking forward to Cigar and Rum Crew. I'm looking forward to coming out and visit you and get some Ryan Wood in here.
Come tonight after work. I'll be here.
All right. Good.
Thank you so much, Bobby. Appreciate it. Anyway, so Chris McCarthy, congratulations. You're the new owner of Two Sisters, I hear.
No, but my wife and I stopped in there the other day. As some of you may know, it's under new ownership, and I grabbed her business card, and her name is Chris McCarthy.
Oh my!
Same spelling and everything. So
I had no idea. I thought it was you that bought it.
I did not. I was contemplating it, but my wife comes from a family of 4 sisters, and we were told we could not switch it from 2 sisters to 4. I said, sorry, deal's out. We're out.
Take care, guys.
Hey, Nebraska's leaving the house. Come here, Nebraska. Come here. Come on. We got to say hello. People. So we want to know why you picked Gloucester. Why did Nebraska pick Gloucester?
So what brought you to the Crow's Nest?
Don't tell me the car broke down.
There's a wedding here in town from a fella from Nebraska. He married a girl from here or somewhere around here.
Okay.
So we had the wedding here, and we've been here for the weekend. And
very good.
So what do you think of the place? Is this your first time to the Crow's Nest?
First time to this end of the world. Okay?
There you go. Well, we're glad you're here.
You know, people were saying, well, it's a Crow's Nest, okay? And I said, well, okay, so we come down here. It's like where we grew up. Okay? It's like where we grew up. Speak a little bit different.
Regular people here. Regular people.
Yes, it is.
No pretension here at all.
This is the world.
This is it.
So when the Crow's Nest out, we call it
hardworking All-Americans.
Yeah.
I love
Make it great again.
What do you think of the ocean? See? You got to move closer to the
I
ocean.
really never seen the tide work until I got here.
Joey, you need to come out of the dog.
We're on top of the ocean in Nebraska. We're on the aquifer there. No, we're on the aquifer. We're going to get 6 states out there, but there's an ocean underneath us.
Ocean underneath.
Well, thanks for coming out.
You know what? Next time, no Irish goodbyes. We don't allow this here. We call the Irish goodbye when you just get up and leave.
Thank you, Nebraska.
Wait.
Enjoy your visit.
Explain to me, what's an Irish goodbye?
An Irish goodbye is when you just slip out the door.
Oh, you duck out. You duck out without saying goodbye.
Yeah, you don't say goodbye.
Yeah.
I have a rule here. You say goodbye when you leave.
Peace.
That's a rule.
They're getting good at it. But your friend wants to know about that bag above her head. I saw her wondering about it.
What is the deal with the bag?
That bag. So it came from Bud Pudista, who was a fisherman he wasn't lost at sea, but he did fall off the dock and drown, and it was a very sad incident. But in Newfoundland, you put a bag up in the doorway, and they think it's a hornet's nest, and the flies stay away.
The flies?
The flies
I
stay
thought
away.
it was a wasp.
No.
We're going to do that on
Look like a hornet's nest.
We're going to hang bag off of Chris's nose.
I'm put, yes. We need a bag right here. Can we put a bag right here?
A two-bagger.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, zing.
Cheers.
Zing.
Down at the cruise net.
Zing.
Oh, beautiful.
Those are some people.
Where are you guys from?
Hi, folks.
Yankees suck! Yankees suck! Yankees suck! Yankees suck! Yankees suck!
Now he's going to buy you a drink.
Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Yankees suck!
We better win tonight. After that.
We come in peace.
They weren't expecting that sort of greeting.
Hey, Rachel Ruffalo. Rachel Ruffalo, come on over here, Rachel. Rachel, come on in.
That's what we're doing.
Hi, Rachel.
Rachel, come on in here.
Hey, Rachel. How are you? I love you.
Rachel Ruffalo, a good friend of ours.
Ruffalo, yeah.
Ruffalo.
Yeah, I married in.
Right, but originally the match. Owner. So are you on the title of the Cape Ann campsites yet, or
Corporation, sure.
you're in?
I'm in.
So your family has been one of the biggest benefactors in the city. Very involved. The library, the Matt's room at the library.
Yeah, our room, yeah.
And I just wanted to say, how often do you come into the Crow's Nest?
Not often. How many times? This may be my third time.
But I do have to say one thing you might know about her. Unbelievable parent, PTO, head of PTO,
he knows.
involved in the school. Oh, he does that. Flyers or something.
Thank you, though.
That's how
She's
I know.
also a Facebook icon.
I am.
Yeah. You're up there with Lillian LaGrasso. I think you and Lillian like neck and neck as far as iconic Gloucester and Safatia, I guess. Iconic Gloucester Facebook people.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
Well, you're outspoken.
Oh, I am outspoken.
Yeah.
I'm definitely outspoken.
So your business, Cape Ann Campsite, is a kind of a business just like the Crow's Nest, like generational business.
Correct, yes.
That people that come to this town love. Because people come down to the dock all the time on your recommendation to see like the realness of Captain Joe and Sons. They come down to the Crow's Nest to see the realness of Gloucester. And the campsite, same type of family run businesses in Gloucester. And what does it mean to you to have people that have come back to you year after year to Cape Ann campsites? Like, isn't that a kind of a special thing for you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It's not just the campsite. Like, the campsite's great, but it's all the other things in Gloucester that bring the people back. You know, it's everything. It might be the business, but it's also they're coming to the beaches, the restaurants, the right people, you know, that they can actually afford to camp and then visit here, because otherwise sometimes staying in the hotels, while beautiful, it can be costly. So it's affordable more for families if they camp and stuff like that.
Yeah. But do you love, I mean, are there certain customers that you come back to that you think like that are iconic customers of yours?
Oh, yeah.
Because I have people at the dock that like are very special to me.
Right.
I'm sure there are people here at the Crow's Nest that are special to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and isn't it kind of like she talked about family, like at my business, I feel like some of our lobstermen are kind of like family. Isn't it? I mean,
I agree. Yeah, some people are, and they come back year after year, and that's great. And then you get, and they also bring their generations back, which is nice. So like we're a generational business, as are you. But then I now have people camping with us that are third or fourth generation camping with us. So
I stayed there once. My daughter was little; she wanted to go camping. I'm like, camping. So a friend of mine owned a trailer, and he parked it at the campground and let me stay in it. And I brought my daughter camping.
There you go. There you go.
So it was a lot of fun.
So
and I didn't have to sleep in the tent.
I feel like camping, like right now, it has. I'm not all about that camping.
A wild guess on that.
But Chris and I were talking earlier. I am obsessed with the little house movement and glamping.
Oh, yeah.
I am obsessed with it, and I think that there is a big. It's really hot right now. I think people are looking for these kind of experiences where they can go to places and not have to be in a tent.
Yes.
And have kind of like posh things in cool locations.
Right.
So I
Treehouse move.
So Nichole, actually, I was so the whole minimalist. I was gonna.
Yep. Are you ready? Are you ready? What? Nichole, that's my name.
So Nichole is my go-to when I need some type of research on like where to go or what to do, because I feel like she's obsessive about it, and she always because she does our weekly family, like, here's your list of the top 3 things to do in Gloucester.
I look for it every week.
And she always delivers. So if I put her on an assignment like, I have my daughters, we're going to go away to this location, find me something awesome to do, she always delivers, right?
He always then ignores it, but
Yeah.
Puts me to work.
Yeah.
So we
puts me to work at my office. You know, I spend 10 minutes, and then you go do something completely different.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the endorsement.
But you always come up with great things. It just may not work out with our schedule.
They are great things.
Good excuse.
But the new one that I want to put you on is to find like the best glamping locations. Like I really want to go. On my bucket list is go up to like New Hampshire, like lakefront, and some really not fun, not tent.
Yeah, no, I know you well enough for that.
Like, I want a campfire. I want to have a charcoal grill, and I want to have a wood. And I want to have a wood stove.
What's that? You want some wet wood and no s'mores?
No wet wood. No wet.
And he wants freshwater lobsters too.
Yeah.
A lake with freshwater lobster.
Clean sitting area.
Oh, we got to get Felicia in here. Felicia, Joe's sister, joined us today. Say hi, everybody.
Yes.
Felicia would be the queen of clean. Felicia's not all about that camping lifestyle.
Felicia's coming. You have to come to the cabin.
Hello, glamping, yes.
Yeah.
4 seasons.
Yeah. If you find it, we will come.
Glamping and clamping, 2 different things.
Yes.
So do you think, are you up to that task?
I'm on it. I know a couple places already.
Can you mention any off the top?
No, I don't know their names, but I've been looking. This summer I looked. We're a big fan of houseboats.
Yeah,
one in Charlestown.
Where?
Yeah, the houseboat. So on that, we've been looking for campsites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in my purse.
What's that?
In my purse behind
There are so
Paula.
many houseboats in the Annisquam River.
In the small pocket.
All on the river.
There are houseboats, but you can't have a campfire on a houseboat. And the other thing is, one of my friends went on a houseboat on the Annisquam River, and they said that it was just happened to be the wrong 2 weeks, and the horse flies or the black flies ate them up alive to the point where they could not. They could not be outside, and they actually left early because the black flies are eating them up so much.
They didn't know. That's when you go to Good Harbor Beach. You don't go to the river there. Yeah.
Or if you're a real insider, you go to Niles Beach. But we don't. Oh, you're a Good Harbor Beach snob.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so why do you like Good Harbor better than Niles?
Well, because it's way better. I mean, it's bigger. The sand is better. There are no rocks. The waves, you can body surf. I mean, growing up at Niles Beach, because we had to go there. My mother had 6 kids. You had to go to Niles.
You can keep track of them.
You keep track of them. And remember, that was when there was the bubble. Remember, we used to swim at Niles Beach, and it was all sewer.
Oh, that's right, the bubble.
I have it in my head. It's like, ooh, it's like the James Beach ever. Oh, there's a bubble.
Wasn't there a flow?
Gloucester people know the bubble. God, I'm really showing my age here. No one knows about the bubble but me.
No, it's very clean.
The bubbler.
Yeah,
The bubbler.
The bubbler. So not too far off of in Gloucester Harbor.
Off a pavilion.
Or off of Pavilion Beach. The sewerage. There wasn't the sewer system that we have now. Raw sewage was dumped into the
Piped right out there.
I know we need this in front of Yankees.
That's where you caught the good fish.
Mackerel. Yeah, mackerel. Yeah, everyone knows it. That's where you caught the mackerel.
What do you feel? How do you feel about this situation here, Larry Pine?
So, Joe, I mean, you talked about, there was some discussion about houseboats. That's where Lamb Chop was born.
You conceived or born?
Born.
Oh, okay.
Lamb Chop was born. We went on a houseboat in Lake Powell this past summer, and that's where Lamb Chop was born.
But honey, you better do Lamb Chop.
No, Lamb Chop doesn't like to be on camera.
Lamb Chop doesn't like to.
It's just you moving your hand.
What, Lamb Chop?
I just want to congratulate Joe for his 300th podcast. Joe,
Congratulations. Give me a kiss. Oh, thank you very much.
I'll
And a
try to.
hug. Give me a hug. Thank you, Joe. I love you.
I love you, Lamb Chop.
Now we see a sensitive side.
Al Bazanson is here. Al, come on in.
Would you let me
You have
something?
come in close. The mic has to pick you up, so you have to come in close.
This is about the crow's nest.
Yes.
It's important history. Who knows that back in the 70s, every Friday lunchtime, the vice president of operations treated to lunch here for
At Gordon's?
I knew that. I'm going to say
for a
that.
group of engineers who made important
Contributions?
big contributions, really, to Gorton's and the whole fisheries. We figured out ways to save fish, cutting fish blocks that saved millions and millions of pounds of fish. And we did it on the backs of napkins here at lunchtime back in the 70s. Who knew that?
Wait, and who made your lunch? Who cooked your lunch? My mother, Ethel. She cooked your lunch.
See that?
No, that's the truth. Yeah.
Small world stuff right here. On the back of napkins. I think the best ideas are always conceived on the back of
Outside
napkins.
the
You might be right about that.
The best things happen outside the office.
President of operations.
Yeah, lots of phone numbers, right?
Yeah.
I was very involved at Gordon's, for sure, yeah. For sure.
Oh, he's got his hat, too. Well, his hat.
So, we had so Kim, I want you to get in close. I want you to emote. I didn't know this. Did everybody know that they're filming a Showtime thing on Main Street right now? Showtime TV?
Now I know that.
It's called, I wrote it down. It's called The Wrong Man. And it's based on a BBC show that aired in 2014. And they're going to be filming here until about October 15th. I foresee
Oh, that's
City
what's
Hall
going on down
and
there.
Main Street, and other locations.
Did you say the wrong man?
The Wrong Man.
It's a story of my life.
I think that story's been told before.
We're coming out with a sequel called The Wrong Woman.
Always the man.
Fake news.
It is what it is.
Fake news, don't believe it.
Fake news.
Stay tuned for the sequel.
For the real truth.
You also wanted to mention Aprilla Farms and the Iron Ox Farm are having a pizza party tomorrow, Sunday, from 4 to 7.
From 4 to 7. Yep. And
Where is
there's
that?
Still tickets available online in Essex.
So congratulations to Frank DiMercurio and Chris Cicaranza. The first same-sex marriage today is at Gloucester City Hall, and it's being officiated by Safathia. That's why she couldn't be here.
We should raise that glass.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
One here in Boston.
It's the first same-sex marriage at a city hall anywhere across the state.
The first one.
Right hand man there.
I love that we're trendsetters.
All right, I have a question.
Take place at the
Kate, do you need a drink?
Now we're going.
You're not drinking?
She has one right there.
You're not currently drinking, though.
She is too.
Is everything okay?
She's still got second thoughts.
Shots.
Oh, shoot.
Shot.
Anything you want to tell us, Kate?
I have, okay, Nichole.
Any news you want to tell us?
She's pregnant. She's pregnant. We're breaking it right now.
Pregnant.
On the 300 podcast.
We got a major
Kate's
announcement
pregnant.
on the 300.
Kate is pregnant.
Holy
I've never seen Kate.
When's the reveal party?
I would throw myself off the fucking bridge. I would throw myself off the bridge.
Which one?
The 8-Pound Andrew Bridge, I would throw myself off the bridge.
BBC TV would come in.
So Nichole, we're gonna have a little discussion, and it's kind of a
Cringing as you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Why do you hate me?
I know.
Okay, so we were having this conversation earlier, but you traveled. You had a girl trip with Missy Pierce.
Yep.
And you were, on social media, you were talking about how one of the people's bags.
Oh, for the love of God!
Didn't make it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I just let me explain before you shit on me.
Okay.
You might be.
So for years and years and years, my theory was that for travel, next level traveling is you pack a carry-on and no more than a carry-on, and then you carry a backpack that can fit underneath the seat, so you don't have to check a bag. And to me, that was, without question,
that's all I do ever.
Smart next level traveling. You're in that camp.
Hey, I do that.
No,
Karen does that.
You fall in that camp. Okay.
Had my legs lost too many times.
I just want to put out there this alternative way of thinking, and there may be a little bit
Packing shit. Alternative way of thinking.
There may be a little. No, there may be a glimmer of a good idea saneness to it. So the theory, I want you to explain the other side of that argument of checking a bag. Explain the argument for checking a bag.
I can contribute to that as well. Often I don't check a bag. I mean, I'm pretty low maintenance, but we were going away for 6 days to Key West. We were stopping in Miami or Lauderdale. We knew we were going to have a few drinks, and we all texted each other. There were 5 of us before we went, and we all decided we'll check luggage, and we'll have our hands free, and whatever. Our layover. On the way home, we actually had a 4-hour layover. We actually thought we might leave the airport and go to the Elbow Room in Lauderdale, and so it was a conscious decision to not check our luggage for that trip. Freddie's rule of thumb is you pack it, you carry it. So I've always traveled light because you literally can carry it to the airport. So often I don't, but that time we made a decision and it backfired.
No, that's fine though.
Our luggage didn't arrive.
So you have a couple of different options, right? So there's pros and minuses because I never really thought about the pros of checking a bag. That you're completely
hands free at the airport.
You're completely hands free. And
against the wheelie board.
What's that?
Shoulder bag only against the wheelie board. You don't carry a wheelie board. You carry your bag on your shoulder. 2 weeks in Europe. Week 2 you do laundry on that Sunday, and you're all set.
One pair of underwear.
Well, I don't wear underwear. So.
much like Spicoli.
Actually, that'd be a good, both, Joe. How many guys wear underwear? How many don't?
Oh,
I can't imagine not wearing underwear.
Me neither. You don't wear underwear?
I can't imagine the chafing. You wear underwear, right?
Yeah, I do. How many of you guys are wearing underwear? Raise your hand.
Here we go.
Those are your
There's a couple of hands. Okay. All right.
No underwear, crab? Raise your hand.
No underwear? Anybody?
Okay.
Party of one. No underwear.
I got one in the back.
I may have the wrong day on, but I'm wearing underwear.
Well,
backwards.
It's called cowboying it when you don't.
Hey,
it's called a lot of things.
I can't imagine. So how do you?
curious.
How do you avoid the chafing when you don't wear underwear? Or is that not a non-factor?
Okay.
So I grew up playing.
I think I might need another one.
It's on my bicycle.
You don't wear underwear right now?
There's no shape.
What do? You pin it up behind your ass, or what do you do? How do you avoid the chafe?
The chafe. What if you?
It's supple like lamb skin. It's soft and supple. And
what if you flatulate?
Wait, not for a lamb chop.
Can we go back to the airport?
What if he flatulates? Because I learned that word recently. Flatulate, and you get it all over your shorts.
I don't have that issue. I do intermittent fasting.
They call that a shark.
Did I get it right?
Back on the agenda.
Yeah.
Let's
back on the agenda.
See, I think
We wear bird dogs. Bird dogs has stay-proof shorts. They're awesome.
See, I think a girl could get away with the no underwear thing a lot easier than a guy could get away with it.
But But I wear shorts, bird dogs. You don't have to wear underwear with them.
So you in the underwear? Wait, explain. Bird dog. I never heard of this bird dog.
They're unbelievable shorts. I think the founder of the company is from St. John's Prep, local company, or a local kid, Danvers. He's got a bunch of kids from St. John's Prep. These aren't bird dogs, but I'm telling you. What? Oh, he was on Shark Tank too. What? Local.
Did you watch the Shark Tank episode? Yeah. Did you watch it? Come over here.
Coming in.
Connor McCarthy's here to talk about
this underwear talk.
We have a drink.
So they were on Shark Tank.
Their whole business model is no underwear, gym shorts, and actually being business casual. So they're beautiful. I wish I had some on right now, but I do not. They're no underwear, gym shorts.
Hey, so I'm, as usual, I'm out in front.
That's right.
You're out in front of the
So
fence.
today, is there like a pouch built in to
There is. It's like compression shorts inside your shorts, but it's all one.
So you are
Brilliant.
wearing it.
It's brilliant.
I think, see, that's next level stuff right there.
Could you stop looking at me when you talk about that? Because I'm having trouble. I'm having a little trouble processing.
Bird dog.
Bird dogs.
Bird dogs.
Plug for bird dogs.
Come over here. Come over here. Yeah, is Alicia here?
No, I'm the representative.
All right, Bridget, come over here, Bridget.
What's up?
So, as some people know, we also have the Homie Cast, and we have Alicia Unleashed on Good Morning Gloucester. Bridget, would you call yourself the producer of Alicia Unleashed?
The executive producer, yes.
Executive. Well, so
Yeah, hey.
I'm sorry.
So how many episodes of Alicia Unleashed are there now?
Technically on record, there's 85, but there's about 89 altogether.
Out there.
Because there are certain ones that absolutely could not make the air because there would be a shit show.
Yes, there was one that was taken down by request of the guest. A very honorable guest, so we took it down for his request. Yes,
He has a few of those.
I think we have two or three.
I was involved in one of those.
Yeah.
But Alicia, for years, would sit on the Homie Cast because we didn't keep pace with Alicia Unleashed. But I never hear her comparing it to the GloucesterCast.
So we'd already had two.
Right. Well, the GloucesterCast is a little different. There's a little different vibe there.
Focus.
Yeah, there's a little
Different
different focus between the GloucesterCast, the HomieCast, and Alicia Unleashed. The Alicia Unleashed and HomieCast are pretty much the same vibe, only coming from female and male perspective.
Right.
And the GloucesterCast is a completely different vibe.
Right.
Different.
It's more. We talk about more upbeat things like men not wearing underwear.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, we talk about that,
it's
too.
much more highbrow than the GloucesterCast where we talk about those type of things.
Right. I think GloucesterCast talks about what's going on versus, like theater.
Hanging out.
Everybody is having that kind of conversation. Absolutely.
So now that our friend Alicia Cox has moved away, what can we expect going forward? Are you going to take the reins and push Alicia aside? Or are you going to still be? Are you basically taking over Alicia Unleashed?
Oh,
are you going to call it Bridget Unleashed?
Oh, you mean B-side on the side? Wow, I'm nervous now. I'm shaking. I don't know. That is boss man. That is your call. I don't know. That's still Alicia's show.
It sounds like you're ready to kick her to the curb.
Yeah, not at all.
I did not hear her deny. I did not hear her deny at all.
No comment thing.
She said it's
So
up to
no comment.
me.
We're on hiatus. She's got a lot going on. She's in school. She's got a lot of family stuff going on. Her kid is in high school now, which is still a transformation. So, I'm on a crazy path right now. So I got some leagues happening. So there's that.
So Alicia Lou who I have never met.
She's here.
I saw her come in. Can you get her here so she can?
Alicia. It's Alicia, not Alicia. It's Alicia.
Alicia.
Come here, Alicia.
Alicia Lou on Instagram or Twitter?
Both.
Twitter as Alicia Lou Who.
And that's how we met.
We never met though.
No, but that's how we were. I followed you. This is the first.
This is the first time we met face to face.
But I followed you on Twitter.
Right.
You thought I was hilarious, which is hilarious.
Well, I thought you were interesting in the way that you had man drama in your life constantly.
Well, see, there has to be a man for there to be man drama.
Are you married?
No.
But
Very eligible. Very eligible.
Very
eligible.
This just got interesting.
Very eligible.
Very great. Yeah.
So Alicia, I'm sorry. Alicia.
I didn't even hear you.
Come inside.
Yeah.
So we always, so our interactions were always you saying that, like, putting out there about these dating failures, and me giving you advice. And what was the best man advice I ever gave you?
It was something like
We're simple creatures.
Simple creatures.
Three things.
Well, don't break your balls. It'll be fine. Something like that. There were three. So what was I missing? What's the third thing?
So I gave the best piece of advice I could ever give a woman that wants to be with a man. Mike, listen to this and you tell me if you agree. I gave her this advice on Twitter. Never met her before, but I said she was always talking about these dating failures.
Okay.
And I said, listen, having a man men are simple creatures.
Sure.
Don't break their balls. Right?
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
Give them a little sugar every once in a while. It doesn't have to be nightly. It doesn't have to be weekly. But like every couple of weeks, you gotta have a little sugar. Right? And what was it?
Make sure you're fed well.
And feed them. And those three things. And after that, a man can overlook a ton. Like you could be.
It's gotten very quiet.
Even Joe not doing the laundry.
Make sure you feed
Even
him.
Joe not doing the laundry.
Say that, make sure you feed him.
I haven't saved. I'll just.
Joe, you've never been more wrong in your whole life.
All right. So we have two single people here. The most eligible bachelor in Gloucester and the most eligible bachelorette in Gloucester. Tell me how, if my thought process where it's flawed, Michael.
The little bit of sugar, I don't know what you define as sugar. So we have to start with
Same
that.
thing Def Leppard said.
So if it's physical intimacy, once in a while,
Yeah, Joe.
you're way off.
Oh no.
Okay.
So maybe
It's just spooning, Joe. Spooning's okay sometimes.
they gotta have your back. You gotta have their back. They gotta put you first, and you put them first.
You hear this, ladies?
Good for you,
Mike
Mike.
O'Dea
Yeah, they go
at
ahead.
gmail.com.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this man. I mean, get him off of Match.com. Get him off of Bumble.
Get him off of Grindr.
Off of Tinder. Get him off of Facebook. Come on, ladies. Call in now. You have 5 minutes left. 1-800 Mike O'Dea. Come on, Mike. Look at that camera and tell the ladies why they should pick you.
Hey, here's to GloucesterCast 400 in Naples.
Oh, don't change the subject.
GloucesterCast 400 in Naples.
I think this would be a nice thing. I think this would be a nice thing right here.
History happening right now.
Mike, she's a nice girl, Mike.
If it works out, you have to get engaged here. And we do weddings.
All right, wait, Alicia, describe where would be the best first date for you. Where should Mike take you for your first date?
Crow's nest.
Wait, Joey, you have to be on second date because our first date is apparently right now.
I know.
Right, I'm sorry, I should correct myself. Where should your second best date be? What's a good first date for you? Red Sox playoff game?
Duckworth. Mike knows the owner.
Just say both.
Anytime you want.
Dinner and Red Sox.
Yeah.
What?
Can we do both?
Oh, there you go.
Instead of golf bag, that's good because you don't want
Power moves only. She's
I've never seen Mike this quiet.
I know. All of a sudden, Mike really became. He got centered. I've never seen him so centered.
I know.
So you be a strong, independent woman with a lot of chutzpah.
Tell America, Mike, what you're looking for. GloucesterCast.com. What you looking for,
Maybe
Joe?
another Bloody Mary at this point.
I want to live on a boat for a couple months out of the year.
You already do that.
Yeah.
At your Match.com profile.
Well, maybe we should be crowsnestmatch.com.
Yeah, there.
Right? Yeah.
The nest.
It's the best.
What do you
The nest is the best. Yeah, we
The
got
nest
it.
is the best.
You know, we have we have wicked tuna. Maybe we have a wicked crow's nest or something.
Joey,
You know, we can open up our own
the
thing.
Red Sox used to do the dating on the right field roof.
Nesting, yeah.
So you can do it during the game. That's what we need to have during the podcast. You can have a couple in the background, hand to them every once in a while.
I think this is a match made in heaven right here. I mean, wouldn't that be? Hey, that would be our first wedding. That's okay. Hey, we don't mind that. We don't listen. My theory on when we record, like,
We're gonna start over.
it doesn't. We're gonna have to start all over.
We've had weddings before.
From New York. He's from New York.
Yankees suck.
Guys, he did it on
Yankees suck.
purpose.
Yankees. New Yorker cut in front of the shot. Leave it to a New Yorker to cut in front of the shot.
Lucky didn't move the camera.
Hey, make sure Greg Payne charges them double for their drinks.
Get these people out, Frank.
Oh, here we go. Watch this.
Are you from New York too? Where are you from? New Hampshire.
Red Sox fan. All right. You're all right.
I don't know about clamoring in New Hampshire.
Oh, come over here. We have a question. We have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Come over here. You guys come over here. So we have a question.
Consent. We have to have
You're not on camera. Don't worry about it.
That's fine.
Okay.
So, are you guys aware of this trend called glamping?
Yeah.
Are you guys camping type people?
He's like, no, I'm not.
I'm a glamper.
I'm all about the glamping.
Yeah,
I have a
My
trend.
daughter's camping right now as we speak.
She's a camper.
But you guys are from New Hampshire. And
Correct.
the reason I brought you into the shot right now was because we're looking for solid advices. Where, like lakeside glamping spots, where would you send people in New Hampshire?
No pressure.
No pressure.
No tents.
Cedar Water Village.
All day long.
Swan Lake.
My cousin got a place in Squam. It's gorgeous up there.
Swan Lake? Squam Lake.
On Golden Pond.
On
Golden
Golden
Pond.
Pond, the
Correct.
movie.
Now, do they have places that are not tents that you can stay in?
Yeah, they do, but
I'm not
They do, but I don't believe it. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, bed and breakfast is camping to me.
I like that.
That's one and the same.
Squam Lake.
The only time I want to get that close to
Sandwich,
the
New
chart
Hampshire.
is when I'm dead.
What's the city? Sandwich.
Correct. Yeah, beautiful there.
There we go, Squam
The
Lake.
second question is, what brought you to Gloucester?
And what brought you to the Crow's Nest specifically?
A beautiful day. I love to drink. I love the perfect storm. I love the ocean.
We love people.
I love these people.
Yeah.
Me too.
Hey, you be my new best friend? Hey, my new best
Cut
friend.
and Jill. All right.
Nice to meet you.
Get him
Nice to meet you.
there you go.
Get him a pancake shot for Christ's
Hey,
sake.
give me this thing. Let me get that thing.
You want to
Good morning, Gloucester. You can watch us on Good Morning Gloucester.
You're gonna go to Good Morning Gloucester.
Thanks for coming by, guys. See, we're not interviewing any Yankees
Give that back.
fans.
We might need it for someone else.
No, look at you one. Take it. Go ahead, we got plenty. Nice to meet you.
Have a great day.
Welcome to Gloucester. Enjoy your time here. You found a great spot. Tell your friends to come over. All right. This is it. This is the GloucesterCast 300th episode coming to a close.
We got more shit to talk about.
We got a minute and 45 seconds.
We can go all day long about you.
I said, and Cape Ann.
I'm your producer. You listen to me. Let me tell you the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Maybe you should ask him.
You want to be up on that wall.
You know that Red
Let's
Sox.
talk about high school stories.
No. This is where we cut it. This is where we roll to the
Remember what
credits.
you did in high school?
This is where we roll to the credits. Thank you to Greg and Mary Ann Shatford for hosting us. Thank you so much, Greg. Thank you for Kim for always being in here for me. Yes. Thank you for all our other contributors for Good Morning Gloucester. And I couldn't be happier. 300th episode, we made it. No one died. Come to the Crow's Nest. This is the spot where the real people hang out. Love you, Chop. I love you. Good morning, Gloucester.
Good job.
That's right. Hey, good job, Joey.
Good job.
Hey, we did it.
We did it.
Hey, Kim.
We did it.
Go ahead, Kim.